So you injured your knee. You could try rehab, or you can try to rehabilitate it yourself, hoping that it's going to get better. But if you actually wanted to heal your knee so that you could walk and run and do all the things, be active without pain, then you would probably go to the doctor or go to a physical therapist. Someone who could assess what's really going on, give you the right exercises, and keep you from getting worse and probably allow you to heal faster. Emotional healing works the same way. Here's a question you might be wondering. Do I really need a fertility coach? Or can I just keep doing this by myself? And honestly, some women can absolutely do it by themselves. But here's what I've noticed after working with thousands of women. The ones that try to push through alone, especially when they're struggling, often stay stuck way longer than they need to. And it's not because they're not strong enough. It's not because they're not capable. It's just because they're using all their energy, all their strength to survive, not to actually heal or move forward or change patterns or do things differently. They're in that survival mode. Hi, I'm Denise Rez. I'm a fertility life coach, a neuroencoding specialist, and lovingly known as the fertility godmother. I was lovingly given that name by my clients who thought they would never get pregnant, and they ended up having beautiful, healthy babies. In this video, I'm going to help you figure out if coaching is right for you or if you're doing just fine on your own. Here's the truth. If you're watching this video, you probably already know deep down inside that something needs to change. Maybe you've been telling yourself, I need to be stronger. I should be able to handle this. Other people have it worse. And some of that may be true, but here's what I know. You can be strong and still need support. In fact, it's so important as a woman to learn to ask for help, not just here on your fertility journey, but in every aspect of our life. And it's also going to help you prepare to get that support you need when you do have your baby. So you can feel strong and still need support. You can be 100% capable and still feel stuck. You can handle hard things, and I know you do, and you can still feel exhausted from doing it all alone. Needing help and asking for it isn't a weakness. It's wisdom. It's a strength. So some people say, I already have a therapist. Isn't that enough? Well, therapy is incredible. I'm a huge advocate of it. In fact, I've had many years of therapy myself. But therapy and coaching are two different things. So it really depends on your goal and what you want. And a lot of people actually do them at the same time. Therapy usually focuses on healing the past and processing traumas and understanding why you feel the way you do. And coaching focuses on building new skills, new habits, retraining your nervous system, rewiring your brain, and creating different action steps that you could take now so that you can have lasting change. You can think of it this way. Therapy helps you understand the story, where coaching helps you rewrite your story. And a lot of women do both because they work beautifully together. Another question I'm often asked is, what if I've tried everything? I've tried journaling, I've tried meditation, I've tried acupuncture, tried therapy, and I still feel stuck. Here's what I see happen. A lot of women tend to collect the tools and the books and the scrolling, all the different things, but they don't actually have a system, and they don't actually implement the tools. Maybe they start to meditate and then they kind of think it's not working for them, or they don't have time, they forget. Maybe they're journaling when they're really struggling or stressed, or they forget and they don't make the time for it. They try to calm down when they get triggered by that anxiety, when that anxiety hits, but they're missing that foundation. It's like building a house when you're collecting like hammers and nails, but you're not actually learning and actually doing the construction and nailing the pieces together. And coaching gives you that blueprint. Coaching teaches you how to use the tools that you already have in a structured and consistent way. And it fills in the gaps that you don't even know are there. That's why women who feel they've tried everything often find coaching is that piece that finally makes everything click. And then there's this question, how do I know I'm ready for coaching? I love this one because you are ready. If you're tired of feeling anxious and overwhelmed and self-doubt and worry or stuck, and you're willing to do the work to change it. You're ready if you want practical tools and not just another pep talk. You're ready if you're open to learning about your thoughts, about your patterns, really becoming aware of the things that are triggering you, looking at your habits and doing things differently. And it may feel uncomfortable at first, and that's where you know it's working. But anytime there's a change, there's going to be some discomfort or some feeling of awkwardness. And you know that you're ready if you're ready to feel like yourself again, or your version 2.0, when you're ready to invest in yourself the same way that you've been investing in your fertility treatments and your health and your future. Because you are your health, you are your future. And I want you to give yourself the best chances possible without putting your life on hold and living a life that lights you up. That's what lights me up, is helping women redesign the fertility journey so that they can get pregnant, stay pregnant, have a healthy baby without putting their life on hold and living a life that lights them up. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be perfect and ready in some perfect way. You just have to be willing. And then I get this question a lot. What if I start coaching and it doesn't work for me? And that's a very valid concern. Coaching works when you show up and you do the work. Not perfectly. It can absolutely be messy, but it must be consistent. I want to share something with you that I see all the time. Women wait to get support because they think I'll do it when I'm really struggling because they don't think that they're struggling enough compared to somebody else that they've seen. Or they're feeling so ashamed because they're feeling like they should be able to do it on their own. And they're wondering how come Susie down the street was able to get pregnant so easily. And here she is still trying for years. And it hasn't worked yet. Sometimes the women I see wait till they reach rock bottom. But here's the thing. We don't wait for the brakes to run out before we get new brakes. We don't wait for our car to completely break down before we get an oil change. At least I hope not. And you don't have to wait for you to be completely falling apart on rock bottom to ask for help. The best time to build emotional strength is before you're in the crisis, because when you're drowning, it's really hard to learn how to swim. There's a Chinese proverb that says the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the next best time is now. And so it's not too late, even if you are in the midst of turmoil and you are feeling defeated. Let's get you that help you need, whether it's with me or another coach or a therapist. Make sure that you get the right support so that you can enjoy your life and optimize your chances of having your baby. And remember what I said in that last video. If you didn't watch it, you can watch it here. Stress, anxiety, overwhelm, self-doubt, these are the thieves of our dreams. They're going to steal your peace, they're going to steal your joy, and they're going to steal your ability to move forward. And you don't have to let them keep stealing. Coaching helps you take that back. So do you need a fertility coach? Only you can answer that. But if you're watching this and you've been thinking, maybe this is what I've been missing, trust that instinct. In the next video, I'm going to show you exactly what fertility coaching looks like, what happens in a session, how it works, and what you can expect. So you can click here to watch episode 3.